Alright, it's been a long time since I've played Day Zero in a Minecraft world. Let's go ahead and grab some oak wood so that we can make some basic tools and get some food. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a wooden sword as well as a wooden pickaxe. So if any of you have been around here for a while, you know that I'm really bad at hardcore Minecraft, but we're gonna give it a try to push our limits and test our abilities. Now we have a furnace to cook our food, and we can go ahead and create a stone pickaxe as well. Look at us, we're already getting some upgrades. I'm gonna make a stone axe as well, just so we can get a little more wood before it turns to night. As you all saw at the start of the video, the name of this world is Nothing is Forever. This is because we will likely have multiple hardcore series after I die each time, because it will happen. It just will. But that's okay, because the point of this series is to increase my building abilities. I want to get better at building, texturing, and just doing different things in Minecraft that I haven't really done before. For example, one of my big goals I really want to do is to unlock all the end portals and just build in the end. I don't even know what yet, but I think it'll be fun. However, I don't just plan to increase my gaming abilities on here. I want to get better at making videos for you all. This includes different thumbnails, different titles, and different recording styles. Now, I have no clue how I'm going to do any of this yet, but I'm going to have fun doing it, and it's hopefully going to look really cool. And I just broke my stone axe on this last tree, so let's go ahead and get some more stone so I can make a full set of stone tools. Now let's go ahead back towards spawn and look for a cave that we can go mining before it gets completely dark outside. Hey, there's our starting crafting table. Alright. Right away from entering the cave, we're finding some iron and some other goodies. Let's go ahead and make some charcoal and look around for some more coal or iron. So let's go ahead, come back to the furnace, and start cooking our food. Let's go ahead and make a second furnace so we can cook up this iron as well. There we go, and soon we'll have an iron pickaxe, but for now, let's just keep searching around. Oh, this is not safe. Okay, what else? I saw some iron. Let's just grab this and head back to the surface. Time to head back up here because I did not feel safe with that spider, but also our pickaxe is about to break. So we are gonna make sure there's no mobs around, and let's go ahead and craft up an iron pickaxe, and then we can use some of this new iron to make ourselves a shield as well. There we go. Alright, I feel a little safer, but not enough to challenge creepers and stuff yet, so we're just gonna take the safe way on this and let them blow up down here. And then let's take some torches and just try and light up what we can. Okay, we're running for it. We're speedrunning this mini cave. It's all lit up now. We're all safe. Alright, we got enough iron to go ahead and make, what do we want to make? A chest plate. I think that's going to give us the most protection right now. I'm not going to take the whole series or even this episode as slow as I have been so far, so be prepared because we are going to be getting a lot done here. Let's get a little more food while there's a lot of animals around here. I feel like that's the smart move here. Alright, we already have 2 wool, so let's go ahead, find another sheep. There we go, there's a lot of sheep. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and find somewhere I want to build the starter house at. To give you guys some kind of idea what I want to build for the starter house, I'm going to experiment with texturing. This is something I haven't really done before, so it may not look the best, and that's alright. But I also want to make a giant wheat field, and I am really good at building fields. As of episode 1 here, we're going to be building a field in every episode. Today we're starting with the most basic, a wheat field. So that is because I want to be building with mud bricks a lot, and just packed mud in general, to be honest. I want to experiment with it, and oh, we found a village. Okay, let's go ahead and check that out too. But back to what I was saying, I want to do a lot of building with mud because it's just a really good block to use, and I want to try to do some terraforming involving mud. Alright, we got some bread from the first house, but the more I look at it, let's see if we can get any armor from a blacksmith, and then if there is none, then we're just going to go ahead and bookmark the coordinates and come back here when we have an emptier inventory. As I'm just running around shearing these sheep, trying to get some building materials that we're just, running across here, I found a cherry grove biome. So we might want to settle down near this. I'm thinking at the foot of that mountain, we're going to make our starter base. I also am getting some good ideas of how to make this river a lot cooler and transform this whole kind of valley terrain. So here we are in FreeCam. I want to go ahead and show you guys an aerial view of where we're going to make our starter base, just because I think that's really important here. I love how there's two kind of hills leading up into a mountain, and the elevation of the terrain is just really good in this area. There's a lake, there's caves, there's everything we're gonna need, so I think we go ahead and settle down right here. I've went ahead and organized all my items, which there's not very many of, and I have half an iron pickaxe, some stone axes. That's not much though, so I'm gonna go mining, get some iron, coal, maybe a couple diamonds if we're lucky, and I finally came up with a idea that I'm really happy with for the color palette and design of our starter house. But to do that, we are going to need to get to the nether because I'm going to be using warped wood. I know the nether isn't exactly episode 1 material, but I really wanted to build something blue. If you can't tell, my favorite color is blue, so I want to reflect that on our house. In addition to going to the nether, I'm going to need a good amount of deep slate, a lot of cobblestone, a lot of just various stones. I think mossy cobblestone, that's a big one. But like, we're just doing some mining. If anything happens, I'll show you guys. So let's get to it. Let's get some boots before I forget. While I do have full iron armor now, creepers can one-shot me still. So we're just gonna hide in our hole like this. Now let's go down to diamond level. This is perfect because we have just got down to diamond level and we found tough as well. One of our other big building materials we need. So we are just gonna keep this going. And how many diamonds did we just get? We got 4. Okay, that's enough for a pickaxe, and maybe we'll get some more and be able to make some armor, but that's really all we needed. So I'm gonna grab up some tough, look for a lava pool and some water, and mine up some obsidian. So I found a lava pool on the surface, grabbed enough obsidian for another portal, as well as an enchanting table, and then headed back to base. Alright, now we have a full set of iron tools, so let's set up the nether portal and find a warped forest. Oh, that is not what we wanted. We did not want to end up in a soul sand valley, and we have a forest, but oh gosh. Yeah, we're not safe. Okay, we're going back to the overworld for a minute. This is too dangerous. Okay, so we're gonna have to think this through. Alright, so I came up with a plan. We are going to make a gold helmet, and with this we are gonna be friendly with the piglins and try to go straight to the Crimson Forest, although we do still need to be careful of the hoglins. Don't be hostile, don't be hostile. Okay, we are going in the wall, we are going in the wall right now, right now. You will not reach us. I think we're pretty much safe, but I still don't trust it, so we're gonna block ourselves in and strip mine this way until we reach something of value. Oh, we found ancient debris. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, we finally broke into the surface again. So let's staircase down and make this a bit easier for ourselves. Safe from these guys. While we're here, let's go ahead and grab some bone blocks too. And we just got super lucky, we found another fortress. So long story short, the blazes and the skeletons covered our audio up because they were just so loud and there were so many of them. But the second I entered the fortress, I was overwhelmed with mobs, so the goal was to get out. From this trip, I only ended up with 1 blaze rod, and we barely escaped. Okay, we got it. We're gonna rush this, we're gonna rush. Let's go. We're not safe though. We are not safe. Gonna eat. And we're gonna jump. Okay, we made it out of the tower. We made it out, but we need to get back. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, come on. Oh my gosh. Half a heart. We had half a heart. We need to get further away. We need to get super far away and eat up. Looking on the minimap, there is no warped forest in sight, so we're gonna head back to the portal and try out a different direction, I'm thinking. Alright guys, and we just got back to the portal. I know I just got back and we haven't even gone back to the base, but I would like to do a little more searching here. So off I went, and the plan was to just dig straight until we hit a warped forest, which luckily doesn't take too long. I see it, I see blue on the minimap. Okay, we are so lucky to finally find one. I was about to give up, to be honest. Look at all that netherrack from the second trip. The first one already had like 5 or 6 stacks. We're doing a lot of mining. So let's go ahead and collect up all this warped wood because we need it so desperately. Let's grab some warped grass and just all the biome specific stuff while we're here because who knows the next time we're going to be able to get all the way back here. While we're out here, I decided to gather up some quartz just when it's convenient. We could definitely use the levels because next episode I plan on enchanting stuff and we are pretty close to having the wood we need. I'm gonna gather up to 3 stacks just to make sure though. I think we have enough wood. Let's just get back to the tunnel and head back to base. Oh, finally. Home sweet home. Here we come. We have collected everything else we're gonna need for this build except for moss. So now we have to go find either a jungle biome or a swamp or somewhere with vines. So let's get some moss and vines and all that, and then we can finally start building our starter house. So I'm getting pretty far away, and I just see on the minimap we found a giant flowery extreme hills biome, as well as a dark oak forest, which is huge because that's a new type of wood. So we're just gonna gather what we can while we're out here, and hopefully we find some vines. It would be nice if we could get some in the dark oak forest, but I'm not even sure if they spawn there. So let's go take a look. It looks like it's not just a dark oak forest, but there's a pale garden biome, which I have never seen before. But I know for sure we're going to get some pale moss, and hopefully you can duplicate it the same way as normal moss, but just in case we're going to grab up maybe half a stack. But let's make sure we get some saplings and definitely some wood. And now we have some resin. That's pretty cool. I actually have not messed with this update at all. So this is all new to me, and I'm really enjoying it actually. Originally I thought about building with some pale wood instead of warped wood, but I thought that would be too hard to find a pale garden biome. Turns out, it was a lot easier than finding a warped forest, so maybe I should have gone with that in the first place. And we're down to mining wood with our fists. I definitely planned this out very poorly. Alright, and we finally found a jungle, which took long enough, but we're gonna go ahead and make some inventory space first, because I collected a lot of different saplings, woods, and just different plants and food items. But we need at least 3 stacks of vines, I would say. Okay, we've got our 3 stacks of vines, we got some cocoa beans, we got some bamboo, we got some jungle saplings. Let's head back. Luckily, right after I left the jungle, I ran into a desert, and I picked up a couple materials just because I know I was going to need glass, and I knew cactus would come in handy. After crafting all our materials, it was time to start building. Welcome back in, guys. Here we have our starter base built up finally. I built up a small interior that I just want to show you guys real quick. If we head on in, our smoker, storage for food, mob drops, furnace, blast furnace, a ton of extra storage just all over the place because that's how I like it. We have our valuables up here, right above our bed. We also have all of our starter gear up in here so we can put it somewhere nice one day. Our first almost broken diamond pickaxe, our gold helmet from the Nether adventure this episode, and a lot more things that I'll be adding soon. I want to put a clock up here and a world map right here. And then of course this is where we'll put our enchanting setup in the tower. Next episode we're going to start off with a little mining and then make sure we have redstone so we can make our compass for the map and our clock for up there. So real quick, what I want to do is each episode we're going to do a comment of the daybook. I'll be picking out a comment from each episode, but today, since it's the first day of the series, we don't have any comments, obviously. So we're just going to say, good job. And we're going to add a little signature for ourselves. So that's day 1, and we're going to keep these right below there. That's one of our daily tasks out of the way. The second one I want to take care of is a giant wheat field. I mentioned this at the start of the video, but I want to build a really big wheat field so that we can get some packed mud going next episode. This is because I have big ideas for builds I want to do, and since this is hardcore, we gotta do them as soon as possible, just in case we kick the bucket early. So, I'm sitting here, loving my interior, but we need to get outside and do some building. Let's go ahead and get some building materials together and start building our wheat field. And here we go, we have a giant wheat field that I still have to get some more seeds for. This is actually about 3 stacks of seeds, so I'm gonna farm this between videos and fill it up for sure. But I also started a nice coarse dirt pathway going from our house over to the field. And I branched out a bit this way and this way just so we have options next time we decide to build our pathway. But another thing I want to do between videos is collecting up the sugarcane and the wheat, like I already mentioned. But I also want to go into the mines, get some more iron, maybe some diamonds, and a whole lot of cobblestone, gravel, and dirt. I've been doing a lot of building with all these materials, so I think it would be good to stock up on some of them just before we decide what we want to do next. I know for sure I want to add some custom trees around here, but I don't really know when I'll be doing that. I do know we need to make a long journey to get some spruce wood. It's like 3,000 blocks away. We might do that next episode if I can find a saddle. Because another thing I want to do is put a little horse stable right here branching off from the tower, or somewhere in this area at the very least. With that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of my new hardcore series. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys.